first one, and we'll go to the second one. We'll see what we got, however it is. We got what, an hour? What time is it?
An hour, like an hour or an hour and a half.
Okay, we'll get through it.
陈宇来了吗？
没有。
那么第二个是 Christy 吴来了吗？
Where's Jen?
啊
Is Jen here?
没有。
你来了吗？
没来。
来了。
来了。
是你吗
Jen first.
？Not here.
Oh, it's not here. Okay, okay. So, okay. Who's Christy? Okay. Serious Capricorn.
严肃的摩羯座。
Gemini ascendant.
那么上升双子。
Troublesome combinations. You can be happy and laughing and really serious.
那么非常有意思的组合，它可以就是说非常严肃，但它也可以开开玩笑。
Moon is in Taurus in the 12th house with Jupiter.
那么月亮是在金牛座，在那个12宫合相的木星。
If she gets married,
如果他结婚了
it's not going to be to a poor house.
，sorry，
She's not going to marry a poor man and have it. It's got to be a Taurus, a nice house.
那么他如果结婚的话，可不会嫁给一个穷人，没有一个好房子住。
With Jupiter on the moon, there's never enough.
那么月亮在这个木星在月亮上，它永远不足够，好像。
It can always be better.
生命永远可以做得更好。
So she's practical. Let's make this nice. Let's make this better. This is a better bed, better music, better wine, better food. So this is very nice.
那么它是一个非常就是实际的能量。那么它可以会说，哎呀，这是更好的舒适的床啊，这是更好的食物啊，这是更好的家园啊，等等。
So just thinking Sun, Moon, Ascendant, just looking at the three things. You know, if she's working something, she's working very hard for something. She's got the Sun, Mars. She's going to push for it. So if she wants to be with a guy, he's going to notice her all the time because she's going to be there.
那么就是说，如果说他也是非常认真做事情的人，那么如果说他太阳和火星就是接近合相的能量，如果他要获得什么东西，他一定会去努力去争取的。比如说他想要跟某一个男人在一起的话，那么他将会让那个男人就是好像出没在这个男人身边，一定会引起他注意的。
He's not going to know her until she doesn't get what she wants.
Sorry.
Her husband's not going to know her until she doesn't get what she wants.
那么他如果拿不到他自己得不到自己想要的东西的时候，他一定会让他对那个对象知道的。
If the princess doesn't get what she wants, things are going to be thrown. Anger is going to come up. Disruption. Tourists can't be still if they're not happy.
那么就是说，如果这个公主不能得到她想要的东西的话，那么这个世界就糟糕了。她会乱扔东西，如果这个金牛座生气的话，她可不会让这个世界安宁的。
So the moon's in the 12th house, so she's not going to show what she wants. She expects it to be there.
那么月亮在12宫，她不会去展示说向别人去展示说她想要什么，她只会她期待这个东西会自动的来到生命中。
So I'm just looking for 12, 10, 11, 10. Okay. So most of her planets are setting.
那么她的大多数行星呢，都是在下降的那半球。
She's a reactor, not an instigator.
那么她是一个就是回馈型的人格，而不是说去主动型的人格。
Why would you work for something if you can charm and get it?
如果你为什么要去辛苦的去获得它呢？如果你施展自己的魅力去获得的话，为什么要去争取呢？
If I can smile and I can be nice, and you're going to give me everything, I'll take that.
如果我微笑一下，笑一笑，别人都会给我所有的东西的话，为什么我还要去努力呢？我只要微笑就行了。
Well, don't ask me to clean the toilet bowl.
不要让我去这个清理厕所，
I'm not going there. I'm not going to do that.
我可不会去做这些事情的。
So this is in a relationship that Mars in Capricorn with the Sun. It's bossy.
那么在关系中，在亲密关系中呢，这个火星在摩羯座，在7宫合了太阳的话，它是一个非常，就是说非常会管人，或者是说像老板一样的那种个性。
So she'll attract somebody, and he won't mind being bossed. Okay, yes.
那么他会吸引那个男人，会享受被他管，就行吧，听你的。
He might say, "You want to buy that too? I got to get this nice car for you too. That's not good enough. You got to get a new one. Oh my!"
那么他可能会想，你可能会对他说，哎呀，这个车不够好，再买一辆新车吧。他可能会想，哎呀，亲爱的，你还不够吗？还要买新车吗？
I'm not going to drive an old car.
我才不会去开一辆旧车呢。
So, just as a rule, if you got Taurus, you don't buy them clothes.
那么一个就是说建议啊，如果说有月亮金牛座或金牛座能量的话，你可不要给他们买衣服。
Your taste will never be good enough.
你的这个品味永远不够他们，没有他们好。
Give them money, let them buy them themselves.
给他们钱，让他们自己买就行了。
So, okay. Her Saturn over here in Leo.
那他土星在这个狮子座。
It's the rulership. The sun's ruled by Saturn. Saturn's ruled by the sun.
那么就是说，就是土星是守护太阳的这个星座，那么太阳是守护土星所在的星座。
I got to achieve things, but it's got to be best too.
Sorry.
I have to achieve something, but it's got to be best.
那么我会去成就那些事情的，但是我成就的事情一定是世界上最好的事情。
If I'm going to have a boy or a husband, he's got to be best.
我如果要有一个老公或者是对象的话，他一定要最优秀的男人。
This is a tall order.
真的 sorry.
It's a difficult order.
那么这是一个困难的，就是说挑战。
So, the Saturn squares. No, it's a little wide. It squares the Jupiter. There's not really bad aspects between Saturn and Jupiter.
那么土星，这四分的这个木星是一个比较宽泛的这个四分相。那么土星和木星的相位并不是一个不好的相位。
Look, let's just go back. So instead of going into all this, we just Saturn's here, the conjunction, the opposition. So we just go through. When she has her Saturn opposition, it's up in her 9th house.
那么我们看一下，就是说我们还是回到这个土星的这个行命吧。那么它现在的土星是在 not opposition, it's the square, right?
When Saturn's in Aquarius in the 9th house, it will oppose the Saturn's natal position at 15 degrees.
OK. 如果土星来到了这个水瓶座的话，就会就是对分它本命的土星。
Her Saturn return will happen in Leo. Okay, so that's a basic thing. We don't have to hold on to it. You don't need to know that for predictions because that's generally how old you are, where you are.
那土星它就通常会告诉你说你年纪多大这样子。
But Saturn is going to make the square to the sun first, and then it's going to conjunct the sun.
那么土星呢就会先去和这个四分本命的太阳，然后呢就会合向本命的太阳。
When Saturn conjuncts your sun, it's the beginning of the Saturn-Sun cycle.
那么当土星合向太阳的时候呢，是开始了土星太阳的这个一个周期，新的周期。
If Saturn conjunct the sun is the beginning, what happened for the first 12 years of her life?
那么土星和太阳合相是开始的话，那么在他生命中的前面10几年到底是发生了什么呢？
It was the end of an old cycle.
那么这是一个老旧的周期的结束。
From another lifetime, from whatever.
就好像是从上一个生命历程中结束了，然后到了一个新的生命历程。
So she was just going along in the family, putting up with everything, going through everything, until Saturn conjuncts her sun in the 7th house.
那么他好像就是在那儿就是说跟过去的家庭或原先家庭发生一些事情，然后呢，直到这个行运的土星合向太阳，才开始新的生命周期。
She's young. She's only like 12 years old, 13 years old. Saturn hits her sun.
那么当他土星合向太阳的时候，他大概就是10几岁吧，那个时候还很年轻。
But she's already decided, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to get married. I'm not going to stay in this family.
那么那个时候，他好像就已经告诉自己说：“哎呀，我才不要在这个家里待着呢！我要就是说我要尽早结婚，我要离开这个家庭。”
So then she's looking for a boy, even from a young age.
那么那个时候他就想，那个时候他可能想象中都会去找这个对象啊，即使那个时候他非常年轻。
Now this is a reserved Capricorn.
那么但是呢，大家想一下，这是一个就是说是一个比较保守的摩羯座。
With a mischievous Gemini ascendant.
那么有一个这个就是说双子座的上升。
So she'll fight with this for a few years.
那么所以他可能会去这个想象可能会去玩一阵子。
But for making that decision, Saturn's climbing up to her chart. When it gets up to the midheaven, then she's about 18.
那么那个决定可能是在10几岁的时候下的，然后呢，这个行运月的土星继续攀升，到达了它的天顶，当他18岁的时候左右。
17, 18, she's already thinking, I should be somewhere. I should have the marriage. I should have the boyfriend. This should all be locked in by now.
那么他可能会想说，哎呀，我应该有个男朋友，我应该结婚，这个时候都应该稳定下来了。
It doesn't mean she lived exactly this. I'm making up a story from my imagination what I think would be happening for this.
那么这并不代表说他那个时候一定会发生这些事情，我只是通过我的想象力去想象一个故事。
But as a teenager in school, she was in control.
那么但 但是呢，作为一个就是说在读书的一个年轻人的话呢，就是说青少年的话呢，他对自己的生活还是有把控的那个时候。
She would know what she wants. She would know who she wants to know, who's worth knowing, who's not worth knowing. She would have a very strong sense of that.
那么他那个时候会非常清楚说他想要去结识谁，想要了解谁，不想要跟谁在一起。
So by the time Saturn comes along to square Saturn and then conjunct your moon around 21, 22.
那么当21岁的时候呢，大约21岁的时候，行命的土星呢来到了合相他的那个本命的那个月亮，然后四分他本命的土星的时候。
She's depressed at home. She didn't want to be at home anymore. She's got to get out of it.
那么他对家庭感到非常的抑郁，他不想要再住到自己在家里待着了，他想要离开家庭。
Saturn's coming down into the 12th house. I don't belong here. I don't belong here. What am I doing here? This is terrible.
那么行星的土星呢来到12宫，哎呀，我不属于这儿，我也不属于那儿，哎呀，这太糟糕了，我不知道该怎么样。
Now she's finished school. She's feeling depressed. She wants to get out of the house. If she hasn't already gotten out, Saturn's in the 12th house. It's going down to her ascendant. Identity crisis.
那么那个时候呢，就是说他可能就是说经历了土星在12宫，他觉得哪儿也格格不入。然后他那个时候就是土星合相那个月亮的话，他可能觉得家庭也让他觉得不舒服或者抑郁。那么他也想搬出去。如果他那个时候还没有搬出家门的话，他就会经历一个身份的危机。
By 24, she's in this pit of depression. Where am I going? What's this? I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. I don't want to be. Saturn's on her ascendant.
那么在这个20几岁的时候呢，他可能24岁，我也不知道，他可能会觉得说我非常抑郁，我不知道在自己真的想要干什么呢。
She's supposed to work on her own identity.
那么这个时候，他必须需要去为自己的身份，就是去发现自己的身份，去做一些工作。
But Saturn's going to oppose the Mars, oppose the 7th house. Her purpose is to be related.
那么但是呢，土星呢是对分了这个7宫的太阳和7宫的这个火星，它的目的呢是想要跟别人有一个链接。
This 24-year-old doesn't want to go back to school.
那么这个20几岁的年轻的小女孩不想回到学校。
She doesn't want to do her own thing.
她不想做她自己的事情。
She's got to find someone to solve this problem for her.
她想要去找到一个人，去找到一个对象，帮她来解决生命中的困难。
So most likely, she'd get married during this when it's the time for her to do her own thing, but she'd probably get married instead.
那么大多数的可能呢是这个时候她需要去寻找自己，而很有可能呢她在这个时间却会去寻找一个关系，就是进入关系了。
Were you married?
你结婚了吗？
Yeah.
是的。
29?
29.
Yeah. So you're feeling alone, mad. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. You're supposed to go back to school. 23-year-old doesn't want to go back to school.
那么这个时候你会感到非常孤单，非常孤单。那么这个时候实际上你应该做的事情呢是重回学校，但是那个20几岁的年轻小女孩不愿意再重回学校了。
I'm going to try and work. I'm going to get some money. I'm going to do something. Someone comes along, Saturn return. This is it.
那么你想就是我挣钱就行了，然后就是说养活自己就行了，然后这个时候就是在某一个点就是土星回归的时候，那么你碰到了一个人，你觉得这就结婚吧。
1 year later, Saturn hits the IC.
那么1年以后呢，就是土星就是到了你的 IC。
So most likely at that point she knows what she doesn't want. So she's married. Now I know what I don't want.
那么那个时候大多数你就知道说你不想要的是什么了。然而那个时候你已经结婚了，但是你在婚姻中知道我不想要的是什么了。
Probably she gets pregnant as a baby.
那么很有可能那个时候她怀孕了，就生孩子了。
There's a new commitment. I have to do this. I have to work with this. This is Saturn on the IC is probably the best time to have a baby.
那么土星在下降点，也许是你人生中最好的时间去生个小孩吧。
Because you're having to learn how to play, learning how to take care of it. You're growing with it. By the time the baby's, in this case, it's 10 years old, and when Saturn goes up to Sag, you're ready to go out to work. You're ready to go do things. The baby's already in school.
那么，这样子的话呢，如果说这个土星行进到下降点的时候呢，10年以后，也许那小孩已经长大了。那么这时候呢，你也已经准备好了，再重新的回到社会上来。
Husband has to pay for it.
那么你老公才不会在意这件事情。
Yes, dear.
好吧，亲爱的。
If the baby's there, the commitment's there. It's going to happen.
Oh, sorry.
With the baby, both people will make the commitment. How many people would stay together if there wasn't a baby?
那么就是说，有多少人他们在一起，为了进入婚姻，他们还是小孩呢？他们其实本质上也是小孩呢。
Baby comes in, you don't want it to get messed up. you both hold in to make it go as good as you can.
那么一个小孩来了，你们可能会尽自己最大的努力去让这个婚姻去保持下去。
So now as Saturn's coming up, then I got to get out of here. I can't just be at home. How many more kids do I want? No, I got to get out of here. I got to meet other people. I got to do other things.
然后呢，土星现在就是慢慢的就是在这个西半球上升啊。当土星来到在太阳合相的时候，你就又会去定义自己的目标。我到底想要干什么？我能为自己干什么？我能够走出社会上去成就什么？
Or, I mean, he may want her to stay home. Just stay at home. You don't have to work. But she needs other people. She needs to be getting out doing things.
那么也许你的另一半会说不要出门，然后不要出去照顾家庭嘛。但是对你来说，那个时候你需要走出去，需要结交更多的朋友，需要去为这个社会服务。
So she's watching her kids. The kids are in school. More things are happening. She gets setting up to midheaven. The kids passing, going into high school, going on. This is big stuff. We did it. But it's not long before Saturn comes back to the moon again. At 51, Saturn's on her moon. Because it was there at around 21, 20, yeah, but 21, 22, 51, 40, 50, 49, 50. And the kid's grown up. The reason for being married is gone. We've done the kid. What am I going to do?
那么那个时候就是接下来土星会到上升点。那么如果到了天顶的话呢，那个时候你小孩可能毕业了或者长大，他会离开你。那么接下来呢，如果土星在你50岁的时候、49岁、51岁的时候又合向了本命的月亮的时候，那么你当初结婚的那个理由就是你孩子你已经完成了这个任务了，你接下来会干什么呢？
It's just natural curiosity. You just wonder what happens to the next identity complex.
那么你接下来下一个身份危机的时候会发生什么呢？会发生多大的挑战和危机呢？
So suppose over here, Saturn's coming up. She learns some astrology. This is interesting.
那么假设的话，就是说行政土星在合下相点的时候呢，你学了占星，然后你对占星非常感兴趣。
She'd be a good counselor, Sun in the 7th house.
那么他会成为一个非常好的咨询师，因为太阳在7宫。
Her husband might be embarrassed by it.
那么你的老公可能会觉得这个让他很尴尬。
Might not believe in it, so she might just keep it on the sides.
那么你的老公可能也不相信占星学，但可能你会把它作为第二职业。
But down here, she may have to start teaching it, working with it, doing way more with it, to start studying it in a deeper way than ever before.
那么在那个土星再来到你上升点的时候，那个时候你可能就开始占星教学了，你可能会进行一些更深入占星的工作，你可能自己之前都无法想象。
So you can't know for sure. You're just making up an imaginary character.
你永远无法预知生命，或者说就是去这个预测生命，但是你可以去想象这个人可能生命中这些能量会怎么去演化。
I'm trying to see what would happen to that character.
那我想要了解，就是拥有这个能量、这个个性的人，星盘的主人，他的生命中会发生些什么故事？
It's not who she is, but it gets close enough that she can say, "Oh, that means this." 那
么这并不是说我是在定义说他一定是这个人，而是说用这个故事的描述去接近他本源的能量，他会了解说哦，原来我可以这样，原来我也可以那样。
So she's a born counselor, but who's going to argue with her? No one's going to argue with Mars in the 7th house.
那么他是一个天生的咨询师，没有人可以跟他讲争辩的，因为他的那个火星在7宫。
Does the husband argue with you?
你的老公跟你争辩吗？
He'll stay out of the house longer. He'll be busier. He won't argue with you.
他可能会就是说比较忙，会经常在家里，所以他没有很多机会跟你争辩吧。
It's better to make sure the goddess is satisfied, that things are peaceful, and that she's happy, then it'll be okay.
非常重要的是说这个女神能够在家里就是月经牛嘛，就是说你要在家里能够舒适愉快，这是非常重要的。
The challenge is this is a very materialistic, practical chart.
那么挑战的这是一张非常物质化的、非常实际的一个星盘。
You don't get old easy.
你不会就是很轻易的变老。
Is that a gray hair?
这是一个灰头发吗？
So, like, there's a vanity element here too. I gotta be healthy. I gotta do something. So at some point, she could learn yoga, tai chi, something, and something. I gotta be healthy too.
那么对你来说，是身体的这些健康啊，或者年轻保持这个活力非常重要。所以在某一个阶段，你也可能会去学太极、瑜伽。
The danger is she has too many hobbies and never does any of them.
那么对你来说，最大的危险呢，就是你有太多的兴趣，但是你从来不去做，从来不去真的去把你的兴趣捡起来。
So she's so busy, even with her child, little square the sun. She's in control. It's got to be this way.
那么，即使是跟他的小孩一样，他也是要去控制他的小孩的，就必须以我的方式来照料他、教育他。
Have to have a name brand stroller.
那么他必须有一个就是名牌的这个衣服。
No, it's just that, but the Uranus is there too, so it's possible there's a need to take care of everything and maybe get a new look at it.
Sorry, get
a new look at it. Uranus in the 5th house.
那么我天王星在5宫呢，可能你也可以用一个新的视角去看待这些。
So how would your daughter or child ever grow up to be the way you want them to be?
那么你的小孩是如何才能成长为他们真正想要成长的样子呢？
They'll rebel.
他们会就是说，他们是会反叛的。
So you've set everything up and it's all working, but then the next generation, don't bring your mother. We'll move somewhere not close to your mom. Well, there'll be a distance. They got to prove things.
那么就是你好像要把控这个小孩的生命一样，但是那个小孩，你的下一代他永远不会听从你的这个指导的，他想过自己的生活，他可能想要去离开你远一点。
You'll still show up. Here I am. Even if you're not wanted, it's my grandkid. I'm going to show up.
你可能会去说参与到这个小孩的生命中来吧。
If you ask if it's okay, the moon's in your 12th house. If they say no, you won't accept it.
You what?
If you ask if it's okay to go visit your grandkid, your moon's in the 12th house, they might say no.
那么如果你可能，比如说你去问你的小孩，说我能够去拜访一下我的这个孙子孙女吗？照顾一下他们。你的小孩，因为你的月亮在12宫，你的小孩可能说不。
No is not.
说是不允许的，不是在你的这个字典里面的。
I have to have this. I have to see this. I'm going there.
我必须看我的这个外孙或者孙女，我必须要去看他们。
What's your husband going to say? It's your mom.
你的老公会说什么？这是你妈妈，没办法，我也拿她没办法。
It's not really. It's just a play.
这就是一个像戏剧一样把他们表现出来的这个剧情。
It's normal for you. It's normal for you.
那么，但是这些能量对你来说是很正常的。
But when you compare it to other people, not everybody else is that practical.
那么，但是你和其他人相比的话，并不是所有人都像你这么实际，
Or that comfortable.
或者是像你那样享受舒适生活的。
Or can afford just the body shop oils.
那么，或者是像你那样能够就是说负担得起这个非常昂贵的这个护肤油的。
So I just did a little quick play around the chart, but I'm looking at the Saturn as it's going around.
那么我非常简单的就是看你的星盘的能量，然后再把这个土星的行运呢，就是添加在里面了。
So you can see when the Saturn conjuncts the Sun, when it opposed the Sun. It was opposing her Sun just before she got married.
那么我们就是可以看到说，就是土星什么时候合向了它的太阳，什么时候对冲了它的太阳。那么它就是在他结婚之前呢，不久呢，这个行运的土星是对冲了他本命的太阳的。
I'm on my own. I'm depressed. I don't like this. I have to put up with this. I probably live with mom. I can't stand this. I got to get out of here.
我很孤单，我再也不能忍受我的原生家庭了，我不能忍受跟我父母在一起了，我觉得非常的孤单无聊，我的生命好像就是我就想要一些变化，我就想要嫁人。
She meets someone who's nice, who likes her, and is well off. She has no defenses. She's not going to say no.
那么如果他遇到一个人，那个人对他也很不错，然后这个收入也很不错的话，他可能很快的就会进入这个关系的。
So it's a little story we made up.
那么这就是我刚刚好像是编造的一个故事。
Some of it may be true, some of it may be not, but it's close enough that if she's listening to it, she can see, oh, I did it this way, oh, I went that way, but you still can see the story.
那么有一些故事可能是就是对你，有些故事可能是真的在你生活中发生了，有些故事呢可能不一定是真的发生了。但是对你来说呢，这个故事足够呢能够接近你自己的真实的本性了，所以你也是在认真的倾听的。
So I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm saying, look at this. Here's these things. Here's these things. Here's the sequence they went on. So when you talk to someone, your chart is like this. It's happened like this. It's like, I'm not to blame. Destiny. It was destined to happen like this. These things are good. What I've been touched with. This is interesting. It's not all my fault.
那么我就是并没有定义说你一定会干这个事情，一定要去做什么事情，而是真的通过星盘活化出你的整个的能量，然后会通过你生命的周期来告诉你说，你也许在这个周期应该干什么，你处于生命中的什么周期，然后呢，你是在什么周期做什么事情的，所以这些也会非常清晰。
Okay, so let's just take another chart. So everybody's interested. We all want to know about ours. Each person is interesting. And you just have to, the more you slow down, the deeper it gets.
who haven't had sessions. Choose or
Other people who haven't had a session? Sure, okay, let's do that. Okay. See, when Torin was sending me everybody's names, she got me very confused. Because I get 3 names, last name, first name, an English name. Then I get 3 names, first name, last name, then English name. Then I'm trying to file them on my Excel sheet, and I got all the first names and last names mixed up.
就是说我给老师发就是大家的名字的时候，就是很混乱，就是说什么姓啊、名啊，然后英文啊，就是乱来的，所以他就很头疼。
So when I go back, I have to fix it out, sort it out. Oh, I remember this is Hicks. I remember this is, okay. So I know some of the first names now.
对，我回去要把这个重新来过啊！我知道大家，现在我知道某些人姓什么了。
Okay, so here we go. Sun in Gemini, down in the 4th house, very low.
那么太阳在双子座，在4宫是星盘中非常低的位置。
This is not a business person's chart.
那么这不是一个商人的星盘。
This is not about what's my status, what's my career, where it's about. It's about how do I live interesting, fun, be the way I want to be.
那么这并不是一个就是非常严肃的商人的星盘，而是说这张星盘的主人可能会想说，我如何过一个有趣的、有自己个人这个风格的生活呢？
Whose chart is it?
这是谁的星盘？
Okay, so this has the Gemini free spirit.
那么他有那个就是双子座的这个自由的灵魂。
Why go out to work if I just stay at home and I wait the house will become mine?
那么我为什么要去工作呢？我只要在家待着，享受我自己生活，直到那个房子就是归属我以后，直到这个我继承这个房子。
So she's gonna, but being at home, having security, being able to think for, I want to be secure, but I want to think for myself. I want to make my own way, have my own things, do my own. But this is a very independent person.
那么，但是这也是一个非常这个独立的人，也就是说，我在家里拥有我自己的安全感，但是我还是要以我自己的方式行事的，做我自己的事情的。
And she has this Pisces ascendant, Pisces moon.
那么她有这个月亮，这个双鱼座和上升也是双鱼。
This is two different things. One is really kind, helpful, sweet, pleasant, very seductive.
那么这是2个非常不同的面相啊，双鱼座就是那一种梦幻的，然后善良的，然后也非常具有诱惑力的，非常让人爱幻想的那个面相。
The other is smart and mischievous.
Sorry.
Smart and mischievous.
哦，那么另一个方面呢，是一个非常聪明，但也是爱捉弄人的一个性格，调皮的性格。
So okay. When you have the moon right on the ascendant or close to the ascendant,
那么当你的月亮呢，就是说在那个上升点的话，或者接近上升点的话，
you can make all the plans in the world, but you're going to go by instinct anyways.
那么虽然那个你会去做很多人生的规划或者计划，但是你做很多事情还是按照自己的直觉去做的。
By the time you're feeling something, you're going to go with the feeling.
那么当你感到一个什么直觉或者感受的时候，你会跟着你的直觉走的。
Afterwards, you think, why did I do that? I could have done it differently. Why did I do that? But she always went with the feeling.
那么可能事情过后呢，你会想，为什么我当时会做这个决定呢？为什么我当时会这么做呢？但实际上，你的很多行为是受你的感受和情绪的引导的，就是直觉的引导。
This is the person that if you're going out with her, you're living with her, and she wants to break up, all you have to do is fall on the ground, cry, act like you're dying, and how can she leave someone when they're down?
那么，如果你这个星盘，想象这个星盘的主人，如果说你跟他在一起，然后呢，你想要离开，他想要离开你，那么这个时候呢，你就假装跌倒在地上，然后痛哭的话，让自己做得很悲惨的话，他这么善良的一个人，怎么可能离开你呢？
So,
天哪，不要离开我。
So, but that moon in Pisces is also very judgmental. It's emotional. It takes things personally.
那么那个月亮双鱼座呢，它也是非常的这个，就是这个有评断性的，也就是说，他会把一些情绪会认为是跟个人有关的。
So when she's enthusiastic, she's very enthusiastic.
那么当他有这个激情的时候，他是非常有激情的。
If she thinks somebody's cute or they're nice, and she can't think.
Sorry.
If she thinks somebody's nice or someone's cute, she feels it. She's not thinking anymore.
如果他觉得某人是美丽的，或者某人是这个帅的，他还不会想太多呢，他就开始幻想了。
But the Jupiter opposes her moon.
星是对分它本命月亮的。
So you can expect an exaggeration or a questionable judgment around family, around marriage.
那么你可以想象到，它会有一个就是说，夸张的、夸大的对这个家的或者对家庭生活的一些理解。
So she could marry lucky. She could have a good husband.
那么她的那个家庭或者婚姻会非常幸运，她可能会嫁一个非常好的老公。
And then Jupiter squares the sun, squares the moon, and almost opposes the ascendant. But something's not exactly right with this picture.
那么木星和这个对冲了这个月亮也是四分了这个它本命的太阳。Something.
It's not simple. There's something else than what you're seeing. Something else is going on.
那么好像就是还有一些什么东西让我们觉得好像没有看到一样。
Moon Pisces, they have a different pocket. They feel this way with one person, this way with another person, this way with another person, this way with another person. So they know many people and they're different with everybody.
那么就是说，月亮这个双鱼座呢，可能他们拥有不同的这个性格的面相，可能跟这个人是这样表现的，那个人是那样表现的，他们跟每一个人都会表现出不同的样子来。
So 3 people like her.
那么所以3个人喜欢他。
How could she hurt anybody?
那么如果有3个人同时爱上他的话，他如何伤害其中任何一个人的心呢？
We'll try and be friends. We'll try and be nice. We'll make this, make they can talk. So everyone's going to come and talk to her.
那么每个人都会想要去跟他聊天，那么他就会跟他们做朋友。
And they may be dreaming of a relationship to her, but she may be married, and it's a funny puzzle.
那么也许他已经结婚了，但他还是会感到同样的这个爱慕或者同样的这个情感。
It's not right or wrong.
这并不是错和对。
You have an imaginative, sensitive person that would be an incredibly good writer or teacher.
那么你是一个非常有想象力的、非常有同情心的、非常有这个创造力的人，你这个能量是非常好的一个这个作家的这个配置。
But she'd probably do whatever her husband thought she should do.
但是她通常可能只会做那她丈夫认为她应该做的事情。
He's not going to control her thinking.
他不会去控制他自己的这个思维。
So this is where do I fit in? What do I do? Like, there's a puzzle here. The moon, the Gemini, the Pisces. The problems with this, it's all mutable. Problems in this lifetime. This is soul even to learn. Will learn 10 times more than other people. But may not have too much to show for it.
那么就是说，这个他的这个太阳、月亮和这个都是这个变动星座的，所以也是有木星的影响。那么可能这个灵魂来到这个世界上，他可能要学习和经历的是别人10倍的经历，但也可能他没有办法，就是完全把他的学的东西展示出来。
So she wants to be helpful, kind, interesting, wants an interesting life, and
他想过一个，他想变得慈悲，他也想要去过非常有意思的生活。
Saturn's very high in the chart.
那么土星在他的这个星盘中的位置非常高。
I gotta be responsible. Expected. I have to live up to this. This is the roles. This is the status.
我必须要有责任感，我必须要有一个就是好像那个道德榜样一样的，我必须要遵守这些道德和这个义务。
This could be as simple as how do you marry someone your mother's gonna like?
Sorry.
How do you marry someone your mother's gonna like?
那么你这个如何嫁一个你母亲喜欢的人呢？
So it's puzzles. But the Saturn, even though it's a mutable sign, it's opposed to Mercury.
那么土星呢，在这个靠近天顶的地方，那么虽然它也是在一个变动星座，但它也是对分了水星。
She's motivated by thinking.
那么它是由他的这个思考或者他的这个想法驱动的。
But authority can be pressured.
但是就是那些有权威的人士呢，可能会就是说压制他。
Someone telling you you gotta do this, you gotta do that. So she'll adapt. I'll do this. I'll do that.
有人告诉他，就是那些权威的人告诉他说，你要做这个，你需要做那个，但他会去调试的，会去适应的。
Up to a point, if she ever really gets mad.
但直到某一点、某一个程度，他如果变得他非常生气的时候，
She'll take it. She'll take it. She'll take it. The pressure will build up. The pressure will build up. I'm just being nice. I'll hold together, and then one day, Mars, Uranus, she blows.
那么他会就是说去忍的，当那个权威的人压制他的话，他会就是让他听话的话，他会忍耐，直到有一天，直到他受不了这些内在的这些愤怒，就是积压，不停的积压，那么有一天会爆发，就是火星和天王星的能量。
So she could not only is the Mars conjunct Uranus, Neptune squaring the Mars.
那么它不仅有这个火星、天王星合相，还有就是说海王星4分了这个2颗行星。
Which guy is the real guy?
哪一个男人才是真正的男人，是我真正爱的男人呢？
I could have married this guy. I could have married this. Oh, I married this guy. Was that right? Oh my goodness, what happened?
我可以嫁给这个男人，我也可以嫁给那个男人。那么到底嫁给哪一个男人才是真正好的呢？或者说那个人才是对我好的呢？
She's not going to cause a disturbance. Nobody's going to know. Her Saturn's up high. Have respect. This is the way things have to be done. It's somewhat conservative.
那么他的土星在这个非常高的地方，所以他就是非常也是一个比较就是说传统的人，他有责任感的人。他当然这些都是他的内在的一些能量，他不一定说真的会去做，但是他还是会有这些情节在他生命中发生。
So at 8 years old, Saturn hits her ascendant. At 8, 9 years old, hits her moon.
那么在这个8、9岁的时候呢，就是土星行运的土星在上升点也来到他这个本命的月亮这儿。
She's in school. Somebody moves. Somebody dies. Something happens to the family. She's not happy.
那么那个时候他读小学，可能在读书，然后呢，可能家里有些人过世了，或者是说搬家了，总是会发生一些状况，让他觉得非常的孤单，他也不开心。
If she had to go to school away from family, that would be really difficult.
如果说他需要离开家庭，或者说离开父母去读书的话，那么他会非常的对他来说非常挑战，也非常的不开心和孤单。
At this age, usually you live inside your parents' family and you live inside it. This is reality. This is reality. That reality ended when she was about 8 years old.
那么可能你一直跟父母住在一起，然后到那个7、8岁的时候，那个事实、那个现实可能就结束了，那个阶段也结束了。
So as a young person, she's alone,
那么对于一个年轻的生命来说，那个时候他非常的孤单，
not happy.
不开心。
So then she's having to go to school when she's going to school. So this is not bad for studying during these years.
那么接下来的那几年呢，他必须要他还是要在学校学习，所以那几年对他来说，在学校学习并不是一个坏事。
She's smart, but she's not happy.
他很聪明，但他不开心。
So and Saturn, when Saturn opposes Saturn, 14, 15, and then at 16, Saturn hits the IC.
那么当14、15岁的时候，就是行运的土星对分本命的土星，然后16岁的时候，行运的土星和下降点的时候，和那个天底的时候。
16, she's still just in school.
16岁的时候，他还是在学校。
But she's not, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I can't put up with this. Anything's going to get me out of here.
那么他可能会想，我不想做这个，我不想做那个，我再也不想再待在这个环境里的，任何能够让我离开这个环境的事情，我都想去尝试。
She wants to change it right away, but it's going to change for the next 15 years.
他想要马上改变，接下来的15年也是他生命发生变化的年份。
I'm going to get the rest of the schooling, but I'm going to get out of here. First chance I get, I'm getting on my own. I'm going this way. So this is a Saturn going up over the Sun, over the Venus, over the Mars, through the 4th, 5th, 6th house.
那么这是就是行运的土星，接下来就会合向他本命的太阳、金星、火星这一系列的行星，然后行进了这个4宫、5宫、6宫。
By the time Saturn's on the descendant, she starts being noticed by other people.
那么到这个土星合下降点的时候，他开始受到了那些别人的关注，或者别人开始关注他、注意到他了。
If someone likes her then, it's a ticket to get away from everything.
那么如果那个时候有人喜欢他、爱他的话，那就是解救他，好像就让他开始新生命的一个开始。
So whether that happened right there or somewhere in the next few years, she was already geared. I got to get out of this. I can't live the way I've been living. I got to change this. Things haven't been fair. And so the whole early years, from like 8 to 21, there was some difficulties with this. Something was sad. That moon on the ascendant. Something didn't work the way it was. So she's half sad, half mad.
那么8岁到21岁的时候，他可能就是发生了某些事情，他可能有一半是悲伤的，有一半是愤怒的情绪在那个阶段演化了，在那个阶段是这样的情绪。
She can't say what she's thinking, or somebody's going to discipline her, so she learns not to talk.
那么他好像不能说他自己想说的东西，不然别人都会给他去也下规矩，所以他学会了不表达自己的这个想法。
But she's thinking.
但他还是不会停止思考。
So now, you set up the marriage. You have these. It hits 30. Saturn conjunct Saturn. By this time, you got the marriage. You got the kid. You got things all set up.
那么那个时候接下来可能就是比如说土星回归第一次回归的时候，到30岁、29岁、30岁的时候，你有了家庭，有了小孩。
Then Saturn hits the midheaven.
然后土星又就是接下来就是合向了这个你的天顶。
So even if I had this chart, I would have a pencil mark right down there, right across there, and shade this part so you can see below the horizon, above the horizon, you see the angles right away.
如果说我有自己的这个星盘星图打印出来，我还是会把这个星图呢，就是说去把4轴画出来，然后呢就把地平线下面画一下，标一下。
Because I keep just having to count, okay, 8, 12, 11, 10. I'm having to count.
不然我就不需要再数什么10宫、11宫、12宫，我直接就可以看出来。
Saturn hits her midheaven, she's got everything set up.
那么土星合向它天顶，它什么？它好像这个世界来到这个世界上，一切都获得了一样。
Here's my status, here's my world, I got it all set up.
这是我的地位，这是我的这个社会地位，这是我的工作，这是我的生活，我好像什么都有了。
It's squaring the moon, it's opposing the sun. She's got it all set up, but she doesn't want it.
那么这个土星呢是四分了它本命的月亮，然后对冲了它本命的这个太阳。虽然他拥有了这一切东西，但是这些并不是他想要的。
Now, how do I change this? I'm not going to talk about it. I can see it. I'm not going to talk about it.
那么我该如何改变这些情况呢？我可以看到，但我不会说。
So she may not say anything. Go along with it. Be nice.
他也许什么都不会做，还是就是非常美丽的微笑，然后还是继续他自己的生活。
Putting in time with the kids. You're putting these things up. You're taking care of these things until Saturn starts going into the 12th house.
那么直到土星来到了12宫。
At about 34.
在34岁的时候。
Then you're feeling, where is it going? By this time, the kids are going their own way. Or they're starting to be their own independent person. You're wondering, what am I doing? What am I doing? What's next?
那么这个时候，大多数的时候，可能是你的小孩已经非常独立了，也不想让你管教了。这个时候，你会去想，我自己的人生该走向何方呢？
So, and you're trying to end things. I don't want to see these old friends. I don't want to do these old things anymore. She's getting an attitude.
那么这个时候，你就想要去，好像去终结自己老旧的这些关系，说我不想再看到我老的朋友、过去的朋友了，我不想再做过去已经做过的那些事情了。
Her husband's going to notice it.
那么她的老公应该会注意到她的这个现象。
He's going to say Saturn with authority to the Mercury. What's happening? What's going on?
那么她的老公就可能会像那个权威的声音，那个土星对冲水星一样，就会问她说：“亲爱的，到底发生了什么呢？”
Your moon in Pisces, Gemini sign, Gemini learn never to say what you're thinking.
那么他的那个月亮在双鱼座，他的这个太阳和水星都是在双子座，他学会了永远都要说出他自己的想法。
If she really says what she's thinking, she'll be in trouble.
因为如果一旦他说出了他想要真实的想法的话，他就会陷入很糟糕的情况。
So you can see the conflict. As Saturn hits the ascendant, hits the moon. I'm tired. Family's being boring. It's getting restrictive. Nobody's listening to me. What's happening? I said, I got to do something for me.
那么大家看一下，就是行运的土星来到上升点的时候，又合向了这个本命的月亮。哎呀，我感到非常的好像生命是那么受限制，家庭也是一个负担，我都不想再做我过去的事情了。这些家庭、这些生活让我非常的疲累，我到底该为自己做一些什么呢？
So her sun's it's setting. Most of her planets are setting. She's not going to instigate what she says.
那么它的这个星盘的能量大多数都是在下降的这个半球的，所以它是那个回馈型的，它可不会把他自己的想法马上去做出来。
She's thinking. She's waiting for an opening. When that opening comes, she'll take it, but she won't chase it.
那么他在等，他在想，他在等一个机会，他可不会主动的去找一个机会，但是一旦那个机会来到他生活中的时候，他可不会放弃那个机会。
So here you are sitting in astrology class.
所以现在你来到占星的这个课堂上
Coming out of your world, it's interesting. Look at this, it's interesting. And you're learning, you're growing.
那么你现在就是来到了这个有趣的世界，然后你在学习，在成长。
By the time Saturn gets down to your IC, kids are all gone.
那么当土星来到你的下降点的时候，你的小孩应该长大了，离开了你吧。
Then you're either just going to talk to your husband if you haven't learned anything. By then you learn to astrology, you got other people to talk to.
那么那个时候如果你没有学占星的话，你可能只能跟你的丈夫交流，但你们可能似乎也没有办法交流很多东西。但是你学了占星的话呢，你可以去跟更多的人去交流。
Saturn goes on your sun, and you're ready to do some writing and do some talking and communicating.
那么就是那个时候行运的土星来到了你太阳，那个时候你也准备好了去写一些东西，去教一些东西，去通过占星的语言去交流。
And there's a bittersweet underlying here. She's always kind. She's always done what's nice. Always play. So I'm so frustrated. I got something else to do. I got to follow these ideas. So when she gets doing that, she'll be really just got a lot of pile of energy to do that.
那么他一半的能量是非常这个，就是说，就是那些有想象力的，然后也是非常善良的人，但他一半的能量也会，就让他觉得，就如果他能够把这些能量应用到写作的话，真正做自己喜欢的事情的话，他会有非常强烈的能量去做这些事情。
So she's a modest person, is quiet. It's enough to talk to people, go to classes, meet things, see things that's going on, until Saturn gets to the descendant.
那么他是一个非常就是谦虚的人，那么他也是很安静的，那么他只要找到一些人跟他交流也就够了。那么当行运的那个土星来到这个下降点的时候呢
By the time Saturn gets to the descendant, everybody, daughter's grown up, maybe there's grandkids, and Saturn's there. Now, if the daughter doesn't, or if the daughter or son has the grandkid and they're not taking care of it, would she take care of it?
那么这个时候，也许你的这个女儿、儿子长大了，那个时候也许他们有了这个外孙或者孙子。那么如果他们不能照顾他们的这个孩子的话，他们让你照顾，你会照顾吗？
No, I don't want to take care of it. No, she'll take care of it.
他会照顾的。
They know they can leave mom. They can leave the goods with mom.
那么他们知道说，他们可以把小孩留给母亲照顾。
And the more desperate is, oh, mom, just for a week, just for a month.
妈妈只照顾一个星期吧，1个月也行。
How can I say no?
你怎么能说不呢？
So you have a pleasant, smart person.
那么你有那个就是说非常友善的、友好的、善良的一面，但是你的善良的一面呢，好像有一半是苦涩的。
Everybody loves her. She's done everything for the family. She's done everything.
每个人都喜欢你，你为家庭做出了这么多的事情。
She hasn't expressed her own thoughts. Gee, if I expressed what I was thinking, what would anybody say? Oh my goodness, if I thought they were an idiot. Or, so she'll see that. But this person's stupid. This person's funny. This person's this, but she can't say it.
那么但他好像从来没有表达过自己真正的想法。他知道这个人，他知道这个人可能是有趣的，这个人是愚蠢的，但是他永远还没有机会去表达出这些自己的真实的看法。
So you have a person tremendous potential for writing if she ever gets to it.
你有一个非常非常大的潜能去成为一个非常好的作家，但你可能还没有发掘这一点吧。
But if she thinks I'm going to write a book, Saturn opposes her Mercury. Oh, I'll never write a book. That's too much work.
那么，但是如果你一旦去想说我要写一本书的话，因为你的这个水星是对冲了土星，你可能会觉得，哎呀，写一本书这工作太繁重了吧，我根本不可能做到这件事情。
But if she wrote one story a day, she has lots of stories.
但是如果你一天写一个小故事的话，你就会拥有非常多的故事了。
A couple of paragraphs a day, you got that written.
一天就几个章节也行。
You put it on a blog. You save it. At the end of the year, you have 365 stories. You got 2 or 3 books.
那么如果你每天都写博客的话，每天写一个故事，那么在1年结束以后，你就有365个故事，你可能1年就会出版2本书。
And it's a joke. You just take the ones you want, put them together. You got your book.
你只需要把你喜欢的这些情节组合起来，或者是说把它们编译成一本书就可以了。
That's your style.
这是你的方式，这是你可以去运作的这个能量。
If the stories were about kindness, helping people, or when I've been stupid for helping, or when it's really worthwhile, everyone would read.
如果这本书是关于如何去发现生活中的真善美，如何去帮助别人，怎么样去做，这么做是错的，怎么样去做才是正确的，那么你每个人都会喜欢你的这本书，你将广受欢迎。
If she knew astrology and she was teaching problem kids or kids with special problems,
如果你懂占星的话，如果你在教那些遇到困难的，就是用困难儿童，
she'd always figure a way to talk to them. She would always be able to, she wouldn't quit. There's a new way. Oh, this is another way. Oh, you can reach them this way. That's her magic.
你将会就是非常有天赋，去天生的就了解应该如何去跟这些有困难的小孩沟通，而且你永远不会放弃他们，这是你的这个魔法所在。
So we're not going to be able to do everybody's, but I'll just try to do one more.
那么我们没有办法再解读所有人的星盘，我可能再解读一个吧。
So I didn't get the whole story, but it came close, right?
那么我没有办法把你全部的都解读，但是已经接近了，对吗？
非常感谢。
Thank you very much.
So that everybody has your own way of doing things.
每个人都有自己的能量去特殊的能量。
her sun was very low in the chart.
他的太阳在这个星盘的非常低的地方，
She'll control everything from home.
他会控制所有关于家有关的东西。
He won't even know he's being controlled.
那么她老公可能永远没有意识到自己是被控制了。
But we know who's doing the thinking.
Sorry，
We know who's doing the thinking.
我们知道谁是给家里当家做主的。
Okay, so one more.
汤圆来了吗？旷宴。
Kuan Yin? Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin, yeah.
他说观音。
Okay. Taurus with the sun on the midheaven.
哦，太阳金牛座，我想天津。
Oh boy.
他拜一下。
With the moon in Aries.
那么，月亮在这个白羊座，
In the ninth house of understanding.
在这个关于就是理解的9宫，
She knows what she wants.
他知道他想要什么，
She knows what she's got to do to get it.
他知道他自己要做什么才获得他想要的东西。
But okay, so and she has Leo rising on top of that.
那么他有这个，在这个基础上，他还有一个狮子座的上升。
So the Taurus walks
金牛座是这么走路的，
heavy. And the Leo wants to be noticed.
那么狮子座想要被关注到，想要被注意到。
And the Pisces, the Aries moon is trying to rush even past it, push it.
那么就是月亮白羊座似乎还要更快速的去推动这些事情。
These are all, I mean, I'm an independent person, my way, I like this, I don't like this, I like that.
这都是关于我自己的这一些星座的组合，就好像是说我是要有我自己的东西啊，我要有我自己的方式去生活啊，我要建立我自己的关系啊等等。
She's a high-profile person. She needs to be out in the world.
它是一个高调配置的星盘，也就是说，它需要把能量放到这个外部世界去，
But she needs to be there on her terms.
但是它需要用它自己的方式去取得世界的这个成就。
For her to decide, I want to have a kid, Leo rising. She has lots of energy to take care of kids,
她有很多能量去照顾小孩儿，如果她决定要小孩的话，
but she can't stay at home.
但她不能待在家里，
So he has to be trained.
所以你的丈夫必须被你教育好。
There's no other choice. She has Pluto. I'm in the third house.
没有其他的选择。那么她的那个冥王星是在3宫，
It's opposing the sun
那么对分的太阳
and Mercury.
以及水星，
She's smart
她非常的聪明，
and she knows what she doesn't like.
她知道她不喜欢的是什么，不想要的是什么。
So she may walk loud up and down the stairs or in the house.
她可能在家里面就是乱跑啊、大声叫啊之类的，就很上蹿下跳。
Her husband will tiptoe.
tiptoe，她的那
Very
个
quietly.
她的老公必须小心翼翼，
I don't want to disturb her.
我可不想干扰她，我不想打扰她。
But this is by nature, this is a happy person. I want to have fun. This is nice. I want to have fun. Let's play. Why wouldn't things be nice?
那么在这个她的天性呢，就是那一个欢快的天性。为什么我不能去享受就是生活呢？为什么不能在生活中嬉戏呢？
You would think she wants to travel in the ninth house, but she wants to travel in style.
她想就是说，因为她很多行星在9宫嘛，但是呢，她喜欢去旅行，但是她的旅行必须是有调调的旅行。
In comfort, no bugs, no mosquitoes.
舒适的，没有那个虫子，没有这个蚊虫叮咬的，也不是那种穷游的方式。
We can fly to Siberia. No bugs.
那么到了那个西伯利亚，没有蚊子。
She's got Uranus, Neptune, and Mars all in her fifth house.
那么它的火星，那个就是海王星和天王星都在5宫。
Mars squares the moon.
那么火星4分了月亮。
If she's getting much, she's gonna lose. This is what we gotta do. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. This is where we go. We need to do this. We gotta get this. We gotta do this. She always sees what needs to be done.
那么他永远会去，就是说把控，就是说，就是这家庭或者对方，就是我们应该做什么，你现在应该做什么，应该做什么。
And she's gonna naturally expect he's gonna do it.
那么他可能会非常天然的去期待对方就应该这么做，就按照他说的去做。
Otherwise, what's he for?
那么如果不是这样的话，他在这儿，他跟我在一起有什么用呢？
Okay, so he's got to cater to the overlord.
那么他必须去，你的另一半必须去这个听从这个，好像女皇的这个指令啊。
This is the moral majority of one. The moral majority of one. I know what we need.
那么这好像就是说是那个，我知道我们想要什么的，我就是知道我们该要什么。
We got to do this. We got to do this now. We got to go quick. Don't slow down. Let's go.
我们现在要做这个，我们要做那个，哎，不要那么慢，我是要马上去做到，快一点。
If someone gets in the way or slows it down, she's going to get very mad.
如果某一个人就是阻碍了你，或者妨碍了你的计划，或者是说让你就是说减慢速度的话，你会非常的愤怒。
If she's working and there's idiots around that aren't doing things right, she doesn't have any tolerance for it.
那么如果这是在工作场合的话，那么你觉得你身边的人都很愚蠢、都很慢、都很笨，不知道该做什么的话，你会非常没有耐心，非常没有容忍度。
But the story of kids is a more difficult, complicated story.
那么对你来说，那个小孩可能会是一个更复杂的、更复杂的故事吧。
I want my independence. I might have to be really dedicated. I don't have to work that hard. I don't want to just be at home. Up in the night, you can't just be at home. If you were at home, you're the biggest nag in the world.
我好像就是我好像想要有自己的自由，我也想要就是从事我想要的东西。因为你的行星在这个能量集中在9宫，9宫是不能待在家里的。如果你待在家里，你会把家里弄得一团糟。
So if we're gonna have a baby, I gotta have the nanny. I gotta have the special room. Someone's gotta take care of this. Mom can say something. I'm just not gonna get smothered in this.
那么如果你有小孩的话，建议你最好是说，有一个帮手，或者是说保姆啊，或者是母亲在你家里照顾小孩。那么这样的话呢，你不会被这个照顾小孩的事给淹没了。
So the good intentions are there, the capacity is there. I'll do what I have to, but the odds are your kids will grow up. If it doesn't shock mom, it's not worth it. They'll grow up to shock mom, to break away, to do their own thing, rather than stay and be told what to do.
那么很可能你的小孩长大的会让你震惊的。如果说他长大了以后没有做出让你震惊的事情的话，他觉得就是好像他的生命也是不这么这个值得的。也许就是说，这些可能是你小孩的这个5宫的这个宫位带来的一些能量。
And if they do that, it's only because they have part of you in them.
如果他们当时长大了，就是说独立了，或者是说做出了一些让你震惊的事情，那只是因为他们的生命中有一部分你的能量。
Nothing would upset you more than a wimpy husband or a wimpy kid.
那么对你来说，一个无聊的呆板的小孩和丈夫会让你觉得非常的没有意思。
Just do it. Just get up, do it. Let's go.
就做吧，就赶快做吧，就行动吧，这就是你的，就好像是你的口号一样。
This is your natural fire and earth energy.
这是你天然的火象和土元素的这个能量。
But if someone's acting for sympathy, oh honey, please, oh come on here.
那么如果某一个人想要拥有你的这个同情心的话，就说哎呀，亲爱的，你那个照顾照顾我，就是这样的话，你可能对你来说就不行。
So this is the play you'd see in a match when someone's getting close. This is normal for you. It's always been this way for you. You don't know how to do it otherwise.
那么这个好像就是我们刚刚是用一个讲故事的这个方式，把你的这个能量呈现出来了。那么任何的跟你亲近的人，可能都会察觉到或者理解这样的能量。那么这个能量对你来说是非常的自然的，你天生就是这样的。
If you see somebody doing it differently, some mother being really moody, what world did they? What planet did they get on?
那么如果你看到那些非常有情绪化的母亲的话，你会说，哎呀，这个人是来自什么星球的？
So you would. The Pluto's in the 3rd house. It's opposing the Mercury. You're smart.
那么你的这个冥王星是在3宫，它对分了这个你的这个水星，所以你是非常聪明的。
She wouldn't want to be the teacher.
你不想成为那个老师，
She could make movies.
你可以去制作电影。
This is nice. That's nice. We could do this. We could do that. But she don't want to get bored.
那么你可以去做那些非常有意思、有趣的事情，丰富多彩的事情。你可不想去做那些让你觉得无聊的事情。
Her Saturn's down in the 4th house.
你的土星在4宫，
The problems are at home.
你的问题、你的挑战都是来自家的。
Dad wants a grandkid.
我爸爸想要一个外孙。
Or what am I like? It's easy to get a job and get work, but to stay at home, I don't want to stay there.
那么对你来说，就是说，有一个工作去打工非常容易，也是非常轻而易举的。但是对你来说，待在家里可能会挑战更多吧。
So your husband's got to take you out, go places, do things, get a babysitter, and it just go do things, or it wouldn't work.
那么对你来说，你有了小孩以后呢，还是需要说，我就是说需要工作，需要打拼的。那么你需要去找一个这个保姆照顾小孩就可以了。
So what's what happens? When she's at home, when she's born, Saturn's far away from her goals. I'm born here, what am I doing in this family? Like, there's a limitation. She's not being so supportive when she's a kid.
那么就是说，刚刚出生的时候，就是说土星呢是这个就是离太阳很远的，所以说当他出生的时候，可能他在做一个小孩的时候，并没有得到家人很多的支持。
So Saturn starts low at home. The first 5 or 6 years below the horizon. Family's there, everybody's telling her what to do. She's not fitting in.
那么在这个接下来的5年的时间呢，可能就是说土星还在地平线之下呢，他们家人总是告诉他你应该做什么，他好像觉得好像也有一些格格不入。
They're going to think she's too strong. She wants attention too much. She's too assertive. They're going to think, oh, we got to calm this down.
那么你的家人或者你的父母可能会觉得说你太强大了，你好像想要获得很多的关注，然后我们必须要让他这个小孩冷静下来，不要这么活力四射的那种。
It's not going to happen. She's not going to calm down.
他可不会冷静下来。
She gets to school. Saturn is her descendant.
那么当这个土星来到这下降点的时候，他就开始小学了，他就开始读书了。
I can know people. I can do things. I got some freedom. I got some power. For her, school is to build up the status and position.
那么对他来说呢，读书呢就是一个建立社会地位，或者是说获得自己的自由，真的可以做一些自己的事情的那个时刻了。
Not from parents, but from getting away from home. I can do this. I can be here. I got these friends. We're good. We're doing it's a nice competition. So she's at a peak of status at 14.
那么那个时候就好像他离开了家，他可以真正的就是离开了自己的父母，他好像可以去建立一些友谊啊，去做自己想要做的事情。那么他人生中的这个最高峰的地位，第一次的这个好像是在14岁左右的时间。
Saturn conjunct her sun and her midheaven.
那么土星呢合向了他的太阳和这个中天。
She's at her peak of status, 14, but she's in charge. She knows where she is. This is my school. These are my friends. This is where I am. And she's making decisions about what she wants to do.
那么他那个时候呢，只有14岁，但是他清楚的知道说，他要把控生命，他想要什么，他不想要什么，他想跟什么人在一起。那么他也会去下决定，说我这个人生的这个目标是什么。
So she's very prominent at school at that time. I'm just at school. No, she's out using the school.
那么可能在学校的那个期间呢，对他来说是非常显要的人生的显要的时刻。
That works fine. 6 years later, Saturn's in the 12th house. She said, things going to 12th is why I stay at school.
那么然后接下来7年以后呢，就行进的土星来到了12宫。那么这时候他会想，哎呀，我干嘛要读书呢？
So just as she's supposed to be in university, Saturn's going into the 12th house.
那么当他进大学的时候呢，土星来到了12宫。
You know, she's supposed to have a PhD. She has her sun, moon, and Mercury, everything up in the 9th house.
你知道他所有的行星，包括月亮、水星的太阳，都是在9宫的，所以他应该是会获得一个像博士学位的这样的学历。
The father and the husband aren't likely to encourage that.
那么他的父亲或者他的老公可不会去鼓励他这么做。
She's even going to think, I don't want to put up with this institution anymore. I'm locked in. I don't want to do this. I'm not motivated to do this anymore. So she doesn't go to university.
他可能会说，我可不想再继续的去学习，或者说我跟这个学校也格格不入，所以我就停止我的大学了，或者辍学了。
It's possible she might have decided to get married or to have the boyfriend or go this way to get away from it all.
那么也可能说，他这个时候也会想说，我还不如就结婚了呢，就跟我的男朋友在一起，然后就逃离我自己的这个家。
See, it's natural. She has a 9th house. The higher understanding comes easy. High school is worse. Lower understanding is much more difficult to put up with.
那么，因为他的这个9宫的能量非常强，所以对他来说，高等教育的理解反而比就是中学的这些教育更能够让他觉得适应。所以对他来说，就是大学或者是说本科或者是说那个博士学位是更有利于他的。
So just when she's ready, Saturn's on her ascendant. In Leo, I'm feeling insecure. I'm not proud enough. I'm not happy enough. Things are tough. I don't want to go back to school. It's exactly when she was supposed to go back to school.
那么就在那个土星在上升点的时候，在那个狮子座的时候，那个时候他感觉到辛苦的，感觉到疲惫，感觉到人生没有方向的时候，也许他会离开学院，但是正是那个时间点，却是他人生应该开始学习的时间。
So then Saturn's coming along, coming down into the first, second house. It's going to oppose the sun, hit the IC and oppose the sun.
那么，然后土星慢慢往下行，然后呢，就会合向了这个天底，然后合向这个它的对分它的太阳。
So she's settled in her own reality. She's living this way. Don't bother me. I'm settled. I'm doing this. But by the time Saturn gets down to her third house and starts opposing the sun, she's significantly depressed. I can't live like this anymore.
那么当他的这个行进的土星合向了这个天底，或者来到了三宫对分他的太阳的时候呢，他会非常的抑郁，他不想再这样了。
At this time, there's many commitments around her.
那么在那个时候，可能他生命中会有很多承诺，他需要有很多责任。
She probably has the kid. The husband is locked in.
也许他已经结婚了，他生了小孩，也许他受到了这些家庭的限制。
So she's been learning from the school of hard knocks.
也许他就是说在学校里面也有一些就是说现实给他一些就是教育或者给他上一些课。
Being mom, taking care of this, so it's still learning.
那么如果作为一个母亲照顾小孩的话，也是学习的一个过程。
But it's not the education she needs.
但是这并不是他需要的这个教育。
She's got to, so somewhere, Saturn's just this past year, Saturn's been opposing your sun.
那么在过去的一年呢，土星呢就是对分了你的太阳。
Kids there, husbands there, too many commitments to walk away from.
那么也许你有了孩子，也许有了老公，或者也许你生命中有太多责任把你束缚住了，你没有办法挣脱。
I'm not doing what I want.
我并不是在做我想要做的事情。
I have to bide my time. I have to be patient. I have to wait.
我必须要等待，我必须要去等待，耐心的等待属于我的机会和时间。
So this is the Taurus with the Aries moon who's not smiling right now.
那么这是那个目前非常严肃的太阳。
Saturn return, it's like everything's dying. I got to start again. When am I going to make my own commitments for myself?
那么在土星回归的时候，就好像说，好像过去所有的这些东西都终结了。那么我如何为我自己生命开始新的东西呢？
Most women have their kids and their husband at the time of 30.
那么大多数女人都是在她们30岁的时候有了孩子，有了家庭，有了丈夫。
Now what am I going to do for the next 15 years? I'm locked in. What am I going to do?
那么我现在已经就是说被这个家庭限制住了。那么我将接下来的10几年或者几十年的生命，我将会为自己做些什么呢？
So mother is who you are. Mother is a role you play for 20 years.
那么你并不是一个母亲的角色，一辈子是个母亲的角色。母亲只是你去行使20年的这个角色的这个20年扮演的20年的角色。
So you have to get efficient with being mom.
那么所以对你来说很重要的是，如果你有孩子的话，那么你必须很有效率的去照顾你的小孩。
You have to be let go of your way and let someone else come in and help out and do things.
那么你必须放手一些这个控制权，然后让别人来照顾你的小孩。
And at the same time, you have to be getting your courses going. You got to start something. You got to pick up where you left off. Did you get you finish high school?
那你大学毕业了？
Okay, so you got your masters. Okay, so you go.
你获得的这个是高学历以后，没有人再会为你争辩了，因为你太阳是在那个上。
The sooner you go, the better. Because what it means is every year you wait is a year of the best salary you would make.
就是你现在越早去学这个越好，因为你每一年去学习的时间，可能就是说是你会，就是说好像你接下来会获取很高的工资嘛。你越是晚学的话，你这个工资就拿不到了。
So your peak in status, a position, your next one comes at around 44, 45.
你的人生的高峰期可能在44、45岁左右。
That's a nice time to be.
这是一个非常好的时间去获得最高的成就。
It's cultured. You're going to theater, you're going to places, no one's going to give it to you.
那么没有人会帮你去取得你人生中的最辉煌的时刻。
So you're right now. I don't want the Saturn's opposed the sun. It's opposed the sun. I don't want to be here. You know it. You know what you don't want.
那么现在的就是土星，它对分了你的本命的太阳，你不想做这个，不想做那个，你知道你不想要在这个陷在这个局面中了。
Your decision's almost already been made.
那么你好像好像貌似已经下了这个决定，再也不要去延续在这个困境中了。
Now, how do I pull it off? Now, we've done each of these charts. looking at the natal chart, I'm looking at the chart. I haven't even used an ephemeris.
那么我们现在看的这个星盘，我还没有用过星历表呢，我们都已经能看出这么多信息了。
I do have the planets fairly memorized for where they would be for what years.
那么我只是大概的记住说哪一年这个行星土星会影响到你。
But by looking at Saturn and following this, you see the path that someone's supposed to be on.
那么当我们看到那个土星的行运的时候，我们就好像看到非常清晰的是说，这个人一生中他需要去走哪一条路径。
You get the right logic to approach to advise them. You get the right logic, the right approach to advise them.
那么你需要有正确的逻辑和正确的正确的道路去非常清晰的帮他去指引出他人生的方向。
As soon as someone hears it and it's real and you tell it properly, they're relieved because they're getting confirmed that their story and their pressure, that's why it's there.
那么当你就是说把握到正确的这个信息的时候，那么对对方会非常有帮助，他们会知道说为什么我生命中会发生这些挑战，那么我如何做，以及我这个需要就是说经历的这个路径是什么样子的。
So you instantly see, I'm not living up to my potential.
那么你会在这里看到说，我好像还没有实现我完全的潜能。
If you were your daughter and you're looking at you,
如果想象一下你是你自己的这个女儿，然后你看着你自己，你会说什么话？
how would you advise yourself?
你会给自己做出什么样的建议？
So if you imagine yourself as if you're your own daughter and you got a problem.
如果你遇到一个问题的时候，你想象你
My daughter would hear, I tell them this.
你想象一下，这个人在经历这个困难的人就是你自己的女儿，那么你会给你的女儿做出什么样的建议呢？
So if you're in an abusive relationship or a depressed relationship, you don't know what to do, how can I do this? If you were your daughter, what would you tell your daughter?
那么如果你在一个这个充满挑战的、充满这个压力的这个亲密关系中，你不知道怎么做，你非常迷茫，那么想象一下。正在经历这个世界的女性，就是这个女性就是你的女儿，那么你会给你的女儿什么样的建议呢？
You'd know in a second.
你会马上就知道应该怎么做。
And you think, why don't I do it for myself?
你会想说，为什么我不为自己做这个决定呢？
But that's the beginning.
但是
Waking up.
这个就是你自己觉醒的开始。
So this is a good little example. Just looking at the charts, building up a little story. You don't have to be perfect about what the person is, but you can see the timing of this work. You see the high profile, the low profile. Here we have a very high profile person. She should have her own company that's designed, set up really nice. The guys and the secretaries coming to help her.
那么就是说，我们看到就是说。我们不需要去100%的去跟这个星盘的就预测，我们需要去接近这个能量，然后我们可以通过非常简单的、非常重要的这些信息去抓取他这个人的个性或者这个星盘重要的能量。就好比说他的这个星盘，他的太阳是靠近中天的，所以他的这个是一个非常高调的人，他可能就会拥有自己的一个公司，或者是自己开一个设计师的公司。
So like many women. I won't be liked if I'm that strong. It's not the way it's done. I'll back up the guy. And he doesn't deserve to be backed up. And you could do better.
那么就好多女性就会觉得说，哎呀，我不能，就是很多女性天生是非常强大的，但她们可能好像会说，我不应该这么强大，我就是应该是那个躲在男人背后的支持他们的女人。然而，对于你来说，你应该做的就是要活出自己的这个强大的能量。
You're the first generation with this option. Your parents didn't have that option.
你是就是说第一个就是说我们到了这样的年代，我们是第一个拥有自由的选择去活出自己生命的这个年代。我们的父母那一辈的人，他们没有这样的机会去活出他们的生命能量。
34 years ago, you didn't get the education. You let it go.
30-40年前的话，我们父母那一辈，他们根本没有机会去获得这个教育的机会。
This is why it's nice to be meeting everybody. Everybody's alive to be learning and interested. And it's so exciting and alive to be here.
那么我为什么那么喜欢待在这儿？是因为我看到大家拥有这么活力的这个，每个人都这么拥有活力。然后呢，大家又对学习非常的具有激情。
So tomorrow we deal with progressions, which are really a different thing than transits. Not the same thing at all. It's more of an inner voice, a spiritual inner voice of what we progress and what our soul learns across this lifetime. It's not about the outer choices, it's about inner changes.
那么就是明天呢，我们上课的内容呢是月亮 次线的这个推运。那么次线的这个推运法呢，跟这个行运是完全不一样的。行运是外在世界发生的事情，而次线呢，可能是内在的你的灵魂，在这一人生中内在的声音，你的灵魂进化学习的那些功课。
We'll have some calculations to do.
我们也会计算一些东西。
But hopefully not as many.
但是希望不会给大家带来太多的大量的计算的工作。
Thank you very much.
非常感谢大家。